Welcome back to Clark's Ring Rants. Let's get straight into today's video. Coming up this weekend, we've got Ryan Garcia somehow finding himself in a world title fight despite one win in his last four, and he will be challenging Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight world title. Let's talk about it. So, like I say, we've got Ryan Garcia coming into this fight. He's 24-2, one loss by KO. He's actually only won one of his last four fights. He was stopped by Gervonta Davis in 2023. He knocked out Oscar Duarte later that year. He then had a no contest after failing a drugs test against Devin Haney. He did win that fight, but the result was overturned. And then he lost in an uninspiring effort to Rolly Romero last year. And now he somehow finds himself in a world title shot against Mario Barrios. Now, Mario Barrios is a fighter. I mean, he's flattered to deceive in the past. He's not the greatest champion of all time. He's not the worst fighter. He's not the best. He's just a decent, solid, fringe world level guy, I guess you'd call him. He's 29-2, one loss by KO, also coming to Gervonta Davis coincidentally. In his last two fights for the WBC world title, he's actually drawn both of those. He drew against Abel Ramos back in November of 2024, and then last year he drew against 150-year-old Manny Pacquiao in a majority decision where a lot of neutral viewers actually believe Manny Pacquiao deserved the decision. Now, Barrios is a fighter. He's very tall. He's 6 foot. He's got a 71-inch reach, which is massive for welterweight. So you'd think he'd try to use that in fights, but he doesn't always implement his jab, his height, his reach, his long arms to the best of his abilities. And a lot of fighters have been able to get inside that jab and work away. Much smaller fighters than himself, like Davis and Pacquiao, so on and so forth. But the closer we get to this fight, I'm starting to change my mind on what I think is going to happen in this fight. Now, we all know Ryan Garcia is an extremely talented fighter. He's very athletically gifted, he's fast, he's got power, he can knock people out. But his boxing fundamentals, they've left a little bit to be desired in his most recent fights, and it's led to a lot of people calling him a one-trick pony with the left hook. Now, when he comes up against Barrios, he's not going to show Barrios anything he's not seen before or anything he's not going to be able to deal with. He's been in there with much better fundamental boxers than Ryan Garcia, I think it's fair to say. Davis has got better skills than Ryan Garcia. I'd say Keith Thurman's a better boxer, Yordenis Ugas, and definitely Manny Pacquiao. So I don't think Ryan Garcia is just going to be able to go in there and box circles around Barrios. I don't think he's going to be able to do that. We saw what Rolly Romero was able to do to Ryan Garcia in his last fight, and he took away his weapons pretty easily and he outboxed him really comfortably. And I don't think anyone saw that coming from Rolly Romero in that fight. So the closer we get to this, I'm thinking we've got all the perfect ingredients for an upset now I think about it. Ryan Garcia has been slated to fight Conor Benn. Shakur Stevenson's called him out. He's been looking beyond this Barrios fight and he sort of sees it as a given. He's just going to go in there. He's going to become WBC world champion. All his past indiscretions are going to be forgotten. He's going to move on to bigger and better fights. But if we've ever learned anything from boxing history, we all know that situations like this is when the biggest upsets arise. Now, I'm not going to lie, the establishment are going to want Ryan Garcia to win. The sanctioning bodies are going to want Ryan Garcia to win. It's in their best interest that he does. But do not rule out Barrios in this fight. I think he's going to be a lot bigger. He's going to have the size. He's going to have the height. He's going to have the reach. He can make it difficult for Ryan Garcia. And if he can take away that left hook, it could make for an interesting fight. Now, when this fight was first announced, I did think Ryan Garcia would win. I thought he'd maybe stop Barrios. He'd make easy work of it. He'd move on. He'd become WBC welterweight world champion. But the closer we get, the more doubts I'm having. And I've just got this feeling Ryan Garcia could be in a bit of trouble here. Ryan Garcia has to perform in this fight. If you ask me, it's last chance saloon for him. He lost to Tank Davis. He came back. He beat Devin Haney. He failed the drugs test. He let a lot of people down then. He got back in with Rolly. That was a chance at redemption. It was his first fight after he'd failed the drugs test, and he looked so flat, dull, subdued, and uninspiring. He let a lot of people down. A lot of people wrote him off after this fight. And then somehow, after that, he pops up in a world title fight. Absolutely inexplicable from the WBC. But anyway, we're here. And I think this is Ryan Garcia's last chance to prove himself as a serious world-level guy. Yes, he's only young Ryan Garcia, but he's been around for ages. And this will actually be his first world title fight, I believe, because when he fought Tank Davis back in 2023, there wasn't actually a belt on the line. So Ryan really needs to deliver here in this fight. And that's the thing with him, he's a wild card. You just don't know what version of him you're going to get. But if you're going off his recent form, it's not been great, and I don't think you could bank on him turning up and turning on the style and winning this fight. But then again, Barrios, he's drawn 2 fights in a row. Arguably should have lost to an ancient Manny Pacquiao. I think it's got the ingredients to be a really, really good fight. You've also got some good fights on the undercard. You've got Richardson Hitchens going up against Oscar Duarte. You've got Gary Antoine Russell. He's fighting, I can't remember the guy's name off the top of my head, but should be a decent-ish fight. So that means you've had all the 140 champions out before March of this year. Hopefully, if those two come through that fight, we can get some unifications done. As for a prediction, I'm going to stick my neck out on the line here, and I think Mario Barrios is going to cause an upset here. I think he's going to win the fight. I think he's going to make it difficult for Ryan Garcia. He also knows it's last chance saloon for him. He needs to impress. I think he's going to be motivated. People have written him off after the Pacquiao fight, and I think he's going to turn in a big performance here. So that is my official prediction. I'm doing a 180. I'm doing a U-turn. I think Barrios is going to win this fight. Ryan Garcia may get some favourable judging on the scorecards, and there could be some controversy, but I'm going to go for it. Barrios is going to win this fight via unanimous decision. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Is Ryan Garcia overrated? Does he have enough to step up and beat a much bigger man at welterweight? Is he a one-trick pony? Can Mario Barrios pull off the upset? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.